Hi, I'm Bob Ross. Welcome to the Joy of Painting. Today we're going to paint a Fritzyscape. Load up the brush here, and we're going to paint a depressed semicircle, a little show booker black, and then paint another semicircle, also depressed. And let's put a little bird right there, just happy. And maybe this bird's not as happy. Maybe this only hears the sadness in the forest. And there's some grass all over, just wherever you want to put it, just wherever you want to put it. But maybe that's a little dark forest, and maybe there's a creepy path that goes right through it, and only creepy things come out of there. And oh, what do you say? We put a pond right up there and another pond, and what are those things doing up there? Oh, maybe, they're leaking water because they feel victimized all the time. Oh no. Yeah, and maybe there's a little patch of grass over there, but not too much, and maybe just a scotia grass right there, and maybe a bird that lives right there, and all that bird does is smell lo mein because he's hungry. Okay, that's all the time we have for now. Until next time, God bless, and the box score starts now.
I don't know a lot about sports, but I can drink a lot of beer.
My motto is simple: C's get degrees.
Need a long, inappropriate hug? I'm your man.
I think I'm smarter than you, because I probably am.
Howard Collins, the box score.
Hello and welcome to the box score. I'm Brock in Los Angeles. They are the Danettes in Milford, Connecticut. We are down one Todd Fritz today. I think he's back at the bar mitzvah venue cleaning up a stain to get his deposit back. But you had a fill-in. You had Donnie Mannequin sitting in the chair today. McLovin, what was it like having a new friend to your right all day today, on Fridays of all day?
Oh, it was great. I mean, there's nothing worse on this planet than Friday Fritzy, who constantly hums, sings, kind of spreads out a little bit. Monday through Thursday, he's very anxious, so he kind of keeps in his little corner, so I have a lot of room. But today was awesome, spread out. I mean, I love Todd, but it's really nice. Yeah, exactly. It's nice to get the desk to myself once in a while.
All right, well, to the news. The dust is settling in L.A., where Don Mattingly and the Dodgers are parting ways. And there's also another job opening out here, USC coaching job. Seton, which would you say is the more appealing coaching job out here in Los Angeles?
Man, that's a good question. I'm not really sure. I mean, at least USC feels like it's on its way down still, and the Dodgers should be in it again next year. So that's sort of like you're stepping into an instant winner as long as you can manage all that money and all those egos. So it's tough to not say the Dodgers in Los Angeles, but then again, even a down USC is still one of the biggest jobs in sports, probably.
Well, Paulie, do you agree or disagree with that?
I'm not sure what I'd be disagreeing or agreeing with since Seton didn't pick one. That being said, I would think I'd take USC because you seem like you're in control more. The manager of a baseball team doesn't seem like he has any control of a baseball team except for between inning 1 and inning 9. And I wouldn't want like 8 bosses. If you're the winning coach at USC, you have one boss. I guess the president of the university and the athletic director. But if you're winning, you're bigger than the athletic director. When you're losing, you're not.
All right, well, one of the reasons Donnie Baseball left La La Land is because he's not a sabermetrics guy, and neither is Al Leiter, and he voiced his displeasure with it with Dan this morning.
I think what's being lost with allowing these computer folks to generate lineups and think that you could have a cardboard cutout in the dugout, they're wrong. They're people. These guys have hearts, they have pulses, they have brains, and, there's a relationship factor, and I think the Saber world is, they don't factor that. Humbug, they'll give you stats that say that there's no difference with hitting and runners in scoring position. As soon as I hear that, I respectfully glaze over.
Al Leiter turned 50 today and provided what I like to call the old guy take on sabermetrics. I'm not that far from 50 myself, but still, come on, dude. Get with it. Obviously, I know he's going old school, and I appreciate it. I've never tried to get the 27th out of a game. I've never actually been on a baseball field during a game, so I don't know what he's going through, but that struck me as a little too anti-sabermetrician.
Yeah, I'm anti-sabermetrics as I don't want to learn it, but it's also like you think when you're playing blackjack, there are rules to play by. If you play by those rules, you give yourself the best odds. I'm guessing sabermetrics from a GM standpoint is the same thing. Like, if we do this gives us the best odds over a 162-game season. Now, it might not work every day, but there are things you do during blackjack and you take any emotion out of it. Blackjack is not an emotional game. And it's the same thing, I would guess, with sabermetrics. Like, do this equals this, don't debunk odds, but I don't think athletes like to hear that they're a pawn and just an analytical decision, not a person.
Right. Well, LA is also in the news because of a lingering threat of NFL moving a team to Los Angeles if they build a new stadium. Now, this has been news for about 20 years, but it still seems to stall because nothing gets done. McLovin, is there a point where the NFL just washes its hands and abandons Los Angeles as a potential market?
No way. There's way too much money in it for LA. And, it sort of coincides. You notice the Dan Patrick show's going to LA a lot. We're going to be there in November. I think that sort of Dan moving westward a little bit has really kind of been the last nudge that the NFL needs. And I would love to go to a home game next year because it's happening, Brock. You're going to be wearing whatever colors are new there next time we see you.
All right.
In a year or two.
As long as they have it in the child's medium. All right, speaking of moves, there was talk of McLovin moving his desk over where the NASCAR simulator was. How sad would Fritzy be if McLovin actually moved away?
I don't know. I mean, he might be faux sad. I don't think he would actually be sad. Like, oh, I really miss my back row buddy. I think Todd actually secretly wants Andrew out of there so he could spread out and have his stuff. Because Todd likes to put his notebook out and have all of his little things there so he could see everything, and then he can update all 15 things at the same time. I think actually Todd would welcome that, but give you the faux, I miss my back row buddy.
Yeah. Yeah, I wish you could go back. I wish I had a picture when I worked at ESPN with Todd Fritz, and Seton can back me up on this. Todd's desk and my desk were facing each other, but there was like a wall between us, like a cubicle wall. My desk was pretty, a little messy, a little here and there, pens, notes, little pictures, so forth, baseball hats. Todd's desk at the end of the day was a computer and the phone that was provided by the office, and not one other item was on his desk. Not a picture, not a napkin, not a pen. He had his briefcase and he undid it in the morning. He put notebooks, pens, a phone, charger, put it all back in. When he left his desk every day, you thought he was leaving for the rest of his life.
That's accurate.
Fascinating.
That is 100%. The only thing you would sometimes see on there would be a tuna sandwich with some carrot sticks.
And maybe some chips.
And that would be
Friday.
at the end of the day where he had barely taken maybe a nibble or two of it, and then it was like, 4 or 5 o'clock in the evening, and he was still just kind of working things out.
Yeah. Nothing too risky, a little tuna club.
Okay.
That's why his arms are so big. That suitcase sounds like it weighed a ton. All right, coming up, there was a face-off on the simulator, not the driving one, the golf one. That's when Seton put his big guns up against Tim Burke. We will take a look at that in a little bit. But first, hey, you want to take a long drive? Get in the Ram 1500 Eco Diesel. Everyone can haul a boat, tow a trailer, climb a hill, but not everybody has the most fuel-efficient half-ton truck on the road. Get more facts at ramtrucks.com. Guts, glory, Ram. The Box Score presents Great Moments in DP Show History.
Oh, here it is! Here it is! Yes! Yes! Yes!
Thanks for watching Great Moments in DP Show History.
Welcome back to the Box Score. That was a great moment some 5 years ago where the boss hit his first hole-in-one on the simulator. Now, Seton, what was the better moment? Was it when he hit that hole-in-one or when McLovin hit the exploding golf ball?
Oh, exploding golf ball was great.
I wish we had that video.
Except the cleanup was terrible.
The cleanup was awful.
In fact, it's still going on.
Yeah. Boom! Although now lately the best moment over at the golf simulator that seems to be dominating social media is Dan dropping an F-bomb over there.
Monday or Tuesday?
That was, just I think earlier this week.
Earlier this week, yeah.
Where he said it was going right in the effing pin. Or right near the effing pin, right towards the effing pin. And that was just great.
Well, the guy who probably drove it well past the effing pin was Tim Burke, two-time long drive champion. You guys had him in studio. Paulie, how worried were you guys that Tim would actually break the simulator when he attempted the long drive?
Pretty worried because at first I didn't think much about it, but I got at least 3 notes from 3 different people yesterday saying, hey man, he's probably going to tear a hole in the simulator. He's probably going to mess up your simulator. Doesn't bother me. It's not coming out of my paycheck, but I was like, all right, it's good TV, but if we can't use it for a month, then that's not good TV. Or is it good TV? I don't know. So it was great having it here, and I think we were all a little disappointed. I went back and checked the simulator, and it looks like a movie screen. And it's one of those things, like if you scraped it with your hand, you could make like an indentation or a mark. There's 2 marks that look like someone took their finger and tried to poke through it. and left a, well, not a divot, but like a mark. And I think it's from his drives because no one else has hit it that hard.
All right, well, Dan set the table for the ultimate long drive championship. Seton, you had 2 attempts versus him, and of course, McLovin, you had 3 to beat his yardage. Now, McLovin, were you intimidated once you saw him step up and do some practice swings?
I was intimidated well before the practice swings, Brock. I was intimidated when I heard this might happen. I was extra intimidated when he actually walked in, and he was huge and looked like a serious golfer. And then by the time the practice swings started coming out, I was flat out terrified.
Yeah, this guy looked like Gronkowski, for God's sake. All right, well, it's time to relive the battle at the simulator. Here it is, Tim Burke versus McLovin and Seton.
Oh, yeah, ball game. Take a victory lap, big man. Here's Seton. You might as well put the belt on, baby.
Well, no, wait, I don't want to jinx it. I don't want to jinx
okay.
it.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Dude,
That is go forever.
Oh, boy.
That's
Still
not
going.
coming down for a little while, Tim. Okay.
One point. Go!
Did that just happen?
No, it's right there.
Loser!
You got lucky this time. I can't look. This is terrible. I can't believe I choked like that on national television and radio. Oh. How did that sound on radio?
Oh,
like nothing.
I'll bet it sounded great.
My part.
Our reaction. I'm telling you, sometimes when people go, is that stuff scripted? Is that a bit? I mean, if I would have paid McLovin $100 to hit that thing up 1 foot, and he did it by accident without trying to. I mean, it couldn't have gone better. You couldn't have a better result. And his next one was good. By the way, a little confession here. C Student added Seton's number wrong. He was actually 523, not 513. So just to be factually correct, 523 for Seton, 2 drives.
All right, Seton, you held that belt. How heavy was it? It looked like it weighed a ton.
It was actually really heavy. It's got to be, I don't know, 10, 15, 20 pounds, something like that.
It's not heavy for the third Hemsworth brother. Who's,
oh, yeah, no,
swinging.
that dude was wearing it like a wristwatch. For first thing. Yeah, it was heavy, but not unlike, we have a lot of practice here with our Muck headline belt, so I was prepared.
Same
Yeah,
thing.
you were. All right, well, champions wear those very easily. All right, stick around. We have a little movie trivia. The competition continues. Oh, and it's actually sports related. How about that? But first, here's another look at a very wicked swing from Tim Burke.
That one's hit.
Welcome back to the box score. Guys, the Thursday night matchup featured the Niners and the Seahawks, which of course had Marshawn Lynch out there. Now, while we all know Marshawn Lynch, you may not know the fact that he actually tried to produce a biopic about his own rise to fame, starring himself. That's a true thing. Paulie, if you could make a biopic or a biopic of an athlete, past or present, that hasn't been made yet, who would it be?
I think I mentioned this before. Jesse Owens and Luz Long, the German long jumper in the 1936 Olympics. Thought that'd be a great one of that guy. Other than that, man, that's a tough question.
Oh, has Peyton had one?
Walter Payton?
Yeah.
Sure. Maybe like an old Chicago Bear, Bronco Nagurski. I read a lot about him when I was a kid.
Not a documentary. A biopic is
an actual
fictional
movie?
Yeah, like Ray. Like Jamie Foxx playing Ray. You already had Brian's song, but I don't think there's been a Walter Payton movie.
Yeah, I don't think it has it has a horrendous ending, but yeah, I don't know. What do you guys think?
For me, it starts and ends with Michael Jack Schmidt, but I don't really know what. No, I don't know. Like you need like a Rudy feel. That's the problem.
Yeah, no. See, a lot of mine go negative, where I'm like, oh, maybe like Barry Bonds or like all the steroids. Yeah. That could be pretty cool. And actually, the first person I thought of was Ricky Henderson. I don't really know why, but just watching the dude walk around and talking third person, all the goofy stuff that he did, like with the big check and trying to cash things like that. He's just an endless, fountain or mine of great stories.
If Ricky played Ricky,
yeah,
Paul will be watching it.
Yeah.
Today, Ricky Henderson is the best base stealer of all time. All right, well, there was a movie about a fictional up-and-coming basketball player. It was called He Got Game. So why don't we have a little movie trivia surrounding this? It's time for another edition of
Danettes on
No Fritzy today, so it's every man for himself, and good luck and Godspeed. We start off with Seton. Ray Allen played the lead character, Jesus Shuttleworth, while he was in his second year in the NBA. What team did he play for when the movie premiered?
Oh. Did Ray Allen actually play for it?
Yes.
In the NBA? Oh man, he wasn't with the Celtics yet. That'd be way later.
Mm-hmm.
Crap, where was he before the Celtics? Seattle? Did he play for Seattle? I'll just say the Celtics. That's the only team I can think of.
So we were looking for the Algonquin word Milwaukee, the Milwaukee Bucks.
Oh, dang.
So close. Paulie, you're up next. Jesus' father, Jake, was escorted by 2 cops while out on temporary parole named Spivey and Crudup. NFL legend Jim Brown played one of those cops. Which one did he play?
Spivey.
You're absolutely correct. Officer
50% on that
Spivey.
one, pal.
I watched that movie 3 weeks ago.
Oh, yeah.
And I remember him being, come on, Spivey. He's like, he wants more money. And that's the only line I remember.
All right, to McLovin, the actor who played Jesus' Uncle Bubba, Bill Nunn, is famous for a role in another Spike Lee joint. Can you name the character or film he's known for?
Bill Nunn
Can I steal this one?
is the uncle. Okay. Well, let's go with, is it Radio Raheem?
Oh, yes, sir.
Do the right
Grabs it from the
Radio Raheem
atmosphere.
like a mug.
Good job. Nice work.
Well done.
All right, Seton, one more. Denzel Washington played Jesus' father, Jake, but the actor has a son who actually played sports. Can you name his son or the sport and pro team's roster he was on?
Pro team.
Denzel Washington had a son who played pro sports.
Sounds like he's going to get it.
I thought he played at Georgetown.
Okay, so he's a basketball player.
I thought he's football.
And he's a football. No, Georgetown.
They do, actually.
Do they? Well, not very good. No. Oh, you know what? Actually, now that I remember now, he played hockey for the Maple Leafs. That's what it is.
So close. That's his nephew, but we were looking for John David Washington of the St. Louis Rams.
Oh, clearly.
Is that the kid on Ballers?
Follow-up question goes to Paulie. Can you name the TV series John David Washington stars in?
No, give me a second. Ballers?
Oh, yes, you are correct. Ricky Jarrett on Ballers.
Awesome.
This one is for McLovin. 3 other NBA players would play Jesus' high school teammates. Can you name at least one?
Oh, Walter McCarty. I could go with Travis Best. I could go with, who was the
Tall
other
guy from Syracuse?
Oh my God, John Wallace.
You got all 3. You got all 3.
Well done.
Well, the winner of today's movie trivia is, it's a tie between Paulie and McLovin. Congratulations. All right, so don't go away. Paul Pabst made one lovely lady's dream come true. I believe that's the first time we've ever said that on the box score. This is the box score, and we are taking a break to remind you that the Ram Heavy Duty, with its best-in-class towing, torque, and horsepower, doesn't need one. Guts, glory, Ram.
Her name, Michelle Beadle, our buddy Michelle Beadle. And she was informed of this honor this morning. And here's the quote from our buddy Michelle Beadle. All I've ever wanted in life was health, happiness, and the chance to be called Cougar of the Week at least once in my life on the Dan Patrick Show. Today I've reached the summit, unquote. Congratulations, happy 40th to our buddy, Michelle Beadle.
We are closing up shop here on the box score. A first happened in the man cave today. The lovely Cougar of the Week, Michelle Beadle, actually sent a thank you note into Paulie for his giving her the Cougar of the Week honors. Now, Seton, what is left in terms of Cougar topper moves?
Well, you know, it is interesting that when Todd is out, somehow we're able to generate a lot more buzz around Cougar of the Week than when he's here.
Wow.
And I couldn't help but think that if Todd had been here, he would have taken the Michelle Beadle suggestion into account. Okay, maybe I'll think about that, but I'm going to go with, Jenny Lipschitz from some random 80s sitcom that no one's ever heard of. So, yeah, I mean, I'm sure there's still a lot, but I'm happy that Paul jumped on an opportunity here and took it and had some fun, and social media is having a lot of fun with it too. So it was a good move. I'm glad.
Now, Paulie, you topped him one time when you actually made Fritzy's wife Cougar of the Week. What would your response be if he actually made your wife Cougar of the Week?
Well, you have to wait a few years, first of all. Nice.
No!
Secondly, you would have to... no, I wouldn't mind that. I wouldn't mind that because the one thing with women and age is you have to be very delicate. I'm guessing from what I've learned about women, they don't like their age broadcasted for the most part. That being said, I think there's some women who look at 40 and say, hey, look at me at 40. Boom, check this out. And so when I sent a note to Beadle, I actually did ask her permission to put her on it, and she said, haha, yeah, but I wouldn't have done it if she said no. I'm a little careful about stuff like that. Fritzy, a little more haphazard, but it was good for everybody. So if he makes my wife Cougar of the Week in 3.5 years, I'm all in.
All right, McLovin, you have yet to steal any of this Cougar thunder. I probably feel that you think it's objectifying women. Who would you actually make Cougar of the Week, given the chance?
Well, it's no secret of my admiration for Madeleine Albright.
Yes.
Is she a double because she's almost 80?
Yeah. I'm going to go through the whole Clinton, all the secretaries. Donna Shalala's in there. I'll throw Hillary into the Cougar mix.
Sure.
I don't care. Heck, both parties. Carly Fiorina, you're in.
Oh my goodness! All right,
I'm sure that'd mean a lot to them.
Of course it does. We'll be sending thank you notes soon enough. All right, due to Fritzy's absence, we can't do the hashtag BSFNCEIEIO contest this week. So, Paulie, you took over the Cougar. How about who's on next week?
Troy Aikman, Urban Meyer, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, and the winner of the Talladega race.
That was perfect and succinct. Very much. I thank you guys. We're back on Monday right here on Audience Channel 239. The podcast is available on iTunes or podcast1.com. Have a great weekend.
I don't know a lot about sports, but I can drink a lot of beer.
My motto is simple. C's get degrees. Need a long, inappropriate hug? I'm your man.
I think I'm smarter than you, because I probably am.
Hey, thanks for watching the box score. Holy cow!